What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel, Jigs in these Wi-Fi streets. I'm Jigs. Thank you for clicking on my video. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome back. Okay, all of y'all, please do check out my other videos. Okay, give me a like. Leave me some comments or questions. Okay, they're both free and welcome. If you have not subscribed, please do so. And yeah, let's get into season 7, episode 6. I know I'm late, but I started the reviews and I am a huge Housewife franchise fan. So like I know all the seasons, all the ladies. So yeah, let's get into it, right? So as you know, episode 5 left off with all the ladies at the winery at the busing session, right? The busing session that Wendy started. So, I don't want to recap. I did a video. Okay, go check out my other video. And y'all probably know what's going on at this point, okay? So, we ended the last episode at the busing session. The busing session turned into a shit show. So, of course, it spewed over to the next episode. So, we're still at the table with Ashley, Candace, pretty much all the ladies. Robin at this point has left, okay, upset with Wendy. She got into it with Wendy. So now Ashley's telling Candace that Chris at the spring party, at Karen's spring party, was trying to kick it to her friend Deborah. Right? And then, so of course Candace is like, why you didn't tell me this? We just saw each other a couple of days ago. So Ashley's like, I just found this out after we saw each other. So she's like, why you didn't call me? Like, what is this thing going on with Chris? Because from the beginning of the season, it's been a question mark over Chris's behavior towards the ladies, a question mark over what happened between Giselle and Chris on the reunion show, Chris supposedly sliding into Ashley's DMs, which he did not slide into her DM. He commented on her post. Okay, and I said in my last video, or did I say that? Or did I or did I not? Maybe I did. I don't remember. But I'm older than Ashley. Okay, this generation has a lot of shit going on that I did not have going on back as a teenager and in my early 20s. Ashley's younger than me. She should know the difference between a DM and making a remark on a post. You feel me? But Ashley says something that hit me. She said, watch it because the pendulum swings the other way. In that moment, she was also smiling. I feel like Ashley claims that she's not messy. I don't think she's messy at all times, but I definitely do think she's messy. And in this case, I do think that she could not. I think she wanted to say it in front of the other ladies because Candace has came for Michael. Everybody has came for Michael due to his behavior, but Candace has been off the chain with Michael, the hardest of all the ladies, in my opinion. So I think Ashley was waiting for something like this to fall into her lap to try and say it. You feel me? I'm not saying Chris is sliding in DMs. I'm just saying this is something Ashley wanted to say. It seems that way. So Candace is, Candace don't play. She says in front of all the ladies that that's why Michael leaves you to go SMD, to go SSD. Suck some. That there's a dude that claims that Michael Darby is a client of his. Okay. So you already know this is a bomb dropped at the table, so the ladies, they cannot take it no more, honey. Everybody gets up to leave, walks off, right? Candace is done. Candace gets up. Giselle had left the table before Candace, so Candace catches up to Giselle. Wendy stays with Ashley talking. Candace catches up to Giselle and is like, I want to clarify what it is that my husband did, right, to make you feel uncomfortable. So Giselle proceeds to tell her that he approached her, asked if they could talk in her room, her dressing room. And that they went in the dressing room and that she said, nobody's here, I don't feel comfortable, and he walked off. So Candace is like, okay, because I spoke to Chris and he said that he asked you to speak and that you said let's go in the room. And that when he got into the room, he noticed nobody was there and offered to leave the door open and everything. And you said you was uncomfortable, and that's when he left. So Giselle's like, well, I don't remember him saying that, but just the fact that he said it just goes to show you that he knew it was wrong. Candace is basically trying to say that Giselle is trying to make Chris seem like he was trying to do something inappropriate with her. But let me tell you something. First off, I've been watching since season 1, day 1. Giselle has a very bad habit of always putting infidelity on people's marriages. This is not the first time she said that when her and Sharice got into it, she insinuated it with her. Karen, she's insinuated it as well, even though Sharice was the one that brought that to TV and the group about supposedly Karen being with other men. She's done it with all that she did to Monique. Ashley Michael is an easy target, but she's done this before, number one. Now, what I will say is that she has never accused any house husband of trying to come on to her or be fresh with her or be alone with her or be inappropriate or anything like that. But she does have a bad habit of going after putting infidelity in people's relationships, because that's something that she experienced with Jamal, and that is her business and her problem and her past. Feel me? But that's one of the reasons why I don't believe Giselle. But here's the real reason why I don't believe Giselle. She states that she was telling Karen in a prior episode that he saw her people leave so that he knew that he would be alone with her. If that was the case, when she said, I don't feel comfortable, why didn't he say, when she said, we're alone, I don't feel comfortable, why didn't he say, well, I don't mean to make you feel uncomfortable, but I knew he was going to be alone. That's a grown-ass man. Okay? If he wanted her, that would have been the only real shot at telling her, because they was alone. Why nothing happened? I don't believe Giselle. And every time Giselle talks to Candace, she says things differently than what she does in front of the other ladies. And then just goes to show you how much Giselle lies, when everybody leaves and everybody gets back in the van, Karen proceeds to tell Robin what happened. The bomb that Candace dropped and what happened between her and Ashley. Ashley and Wendy sitting at the table talking about what just happened, right? When Giselle gets into the van, she tells Robin, oh, Ashley, there was bombs just dropped. Ashley told Candace about how Chris was trying to talk to her friend and grabbed her butt. Ashley never said anything about grabbing a butt or being... Ashley said he was flirting. Ashley never said nothing about grabbing a butt. So you see how Giselle adds on. Listen, if you've been watching this from season 1, day 1, I said it before and I will say it again. Giselle is the biggest pot stirrer of Potomac. She is. And I think she likes it. I think she enjoys that. So, okay, let's move along, right? So Ashley goes to see her attorney. Finally, Ashley doesn't have an attorney for this divorce. So Michael proposes that he's going to do a proposal. And Ashley accepts that. I said it in my last video. Now she's dating someone because, like I said, I'm reviewing 5 whole episodes ago. At this point, I believe she has been rumored to be dating somebody. But I think, like I said, I think Ashley wanted something from Michael that Michael was not willing to give. You know what? As a matter of fact, since we're speaking on it, the lawyer asked her what's going on, and she said that they met and that she's bi and that they was having a lot of sexual, situations and scenarios, and that's how they pretty much hooked up. So I think Ashley wanted that lifestyle to end after the babies, and he didn't, and she threatened a divorce to see if he would put a stop to it, and instead is protecting his assets. But I do feel like he's trying to control the situation as much as possible, which the lawyer pretty much lets her know, listen, doing this LLC with him is a huge mistake. Getting a house with him is a huge mistake. And if he's doing a proposal, you realize that the primary breadwinner, he gets to shot call everything. You don't really get a say so on anything. But there is a prenup in place. So Michael's basically trying to do a proposal. You see me? Because after the prenup, because I think the prenup is different after 5 years of marriage. They're going on 8. So I think Michael is trying to hold on to her as best as he can, of course. You feel me? But trying to protect his assets. I think the prenup, I think his proposal offers her a lot less than the prenup. So he's just trying to make sure she don't take everything. while she basically admitted that she's stalling. You feel me? But I think Michael's trying to get the LLC in the house and everything in his name and do the proposal. And if she co-signs all of that, he does in essence still get some semblance of control over her. You feel me? And gets to lowball her all at the same time. So, I mean, Ashley is bugging, thinking she don't need a lawyer. She needs to stop playing with this divorce. Anyway, so let's cut to Mia. Mia hooks up with Jacqueline and Sharice. Sharice asks about her health. They chomp it up about that a little bit. Mia announces a trip to Miami. Mia's messy as hell because, listen, while she's talking to her, Mia tells Sharice that she's going to allow Sharice to pick her own room. I want y'all to hold on to that. Okay. Now we're going to cut to Wendy talks to her husband. Wendy's mom, God bless her, okay, had a little health scare. She was in the hospital. And Wendy says that, you know, that she's taking on a lot, that this was like a wake-up call for her. Her mother's health scare was a wake-up call for her. So Eddie mentions that you taking on a lot with this restaurant and all things you got going on. That's a lot of financial responsibility. She mentions to Eddie, well, I'm glad that you mentioned that because that's on pause. I want you to hold on to that one too. Now Giselle links up with Ashley. We cutting through the scenes, baby, okay? And I'm letting you know what's going on and then how I feel about what's going on. Because I know most of y'all know what's going on. But like I don't feel like just saying how I feel. Like I feel like that's, I don't know, like that's weird or something. But anyway, so Giselle links up with Ashley and Robin. Now they discuss the party about the bombs that were dropped. Robin tells Ashley, oh, Candace told me that a couple years ago. Okay. Ashley's like, well, I don't believe that, but you know how they cut to prior episodes. So in a reunion, Robin airs out the fact that technically Michael did state. Now, Ashley denies this, and so does Michael. But Robin swears that he was walking by her and Juan one time, and that he said that he would S Juan's D. And not for nothing, but Michael Darby has expressed, you know what, not for nothing, because cultures are different. Like in the Hispanic culture, straight men, they don't really like grab each other's butts and stuff like that, or like, they don't do certain things because that are deemed not specifically heterosexual. Now I will say Hispanic men, fathers, uncles, sons, cousins, cousins, when seeing each other, will hug each other or give each other a kiss. It's not strange for male relatives to show each other a little bit extra love or give each other a kiss on the cheek. But Hispanic men don't do certain things. Now I know black people and Hispanic people are not the same, but we do have a lot of similarities. More so than what either of our respective groups or cultures, I should say, have with Caucasian people. And then remember, Michael is not American Caucasian. He's from overseas. So you could always argue that it's just like a cultural thing, but he does seem to have a crush on Juan. I don't know. And if he is bisexual, so what? You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. I think it's a bigger deal here in America than in other places. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, there's a lot of countries in which it's actually illegal to be a member of the LGBTQIA, which is insane. But there's a lot of other places around the world that, and you know what? It's not even about being LGBTQIA. It's just the culture's different. So, I don't know. But Michael does seem to have a little bit of crush on Juan. But anyway, this is also the moment in which they proceed to talk about, they're talking about Chris and Candace. Now, in between these episodes, Chris did go online, but it was to clear his name. And he did tweet. Did he tweet or did he post it on IG? I think he tweeted and it popped up on IG. He's defending himself. Listen, he's married. He got one of the ladies saying he tried to be alone with her. He got a whole wife. I'm not gonna hold you. I believe him, but I believe him more so based on Giselle's past seasons of being caught up lying. She lies a lot. I'm sorry. It's hard to believe her. It's hard to this situation because there was no cameras. But I'm a little bit more inclined to believe Chris than Giselle. I'll be honest with you. But Giselle states she don't want to have nothing to do with Chris. Well, I mean, he don't want nothing to do with you right now. And you know what's fucked up? That he has been nice since he first got on the show. He's been actually very gentlemanly and welcoming towards her. So I'm like shocked and a little turned off at her. I don't believe her, I'm going to be honest with you. And I am turned off that she's putting this on Chris. I am. I don't believe that Chris asked to be alone with her. I don't believe she tried to set him up either. I think she just used this as an opportunity to kind of like have a storyline and stir a pot. I think he did approach her because he admitted it. And I think she did say, let's go back to my dressing room, not knowing that they was alone. And I do believe that Giselle said, oh, we're alone. I don't feel comfortable. They both said that he left after that. So I believe those things. But I do not believe that he was trying to get with her. And I do believe that she's insinuating that. Okay, I'm sorry, not sorry. Okay. Let's move along, honey. Okay, I told y'all that part because I'll be writing shit down. Okay, so let's cut to the girls' trip, right? So everybody meets up at the airport. Now, prior to all of this, it's Cameron's birthday. During that week, Mia tells Cameron, "Oh, I'm throwing you. We going to Miami for your birthday." It's a girls' trip. Karen pretty much figures that out when she sees Charisse, because if you know Karen and you're going to do something for Karen, you're not going to invite Charisse because you know Karen does not fuck with Charisse. Okay? She don't mess with her. Anyway, they fly out. Now they're getting into the cars. Jacqueline, Giselle, and Karen go with Mia because Mia's like, it's only 4 people that fit in this car. Everybody else is going in another car, but it's Charisse, Wendy, Robin, and Ashley in the other car because it's a total of 9 ladies. Candace is coming later on. Everybody thinks he's trying to set up, Robin and Wendy in the same car to talk or whatever. But they in the car, they chomping it up, whatever. They getting to the house. The girls are ridiculing Mia because Mia said they staying in this big luxurious mansion in the South Miami tip, and the girls are like, listen, this ain't the tip. This is way out. They chomping it up in the car, whatever. They get in the house. Oh, while in the car, everybody's like, I wonder how many rooms there are. Charisse knows that Mia told her that she gets to pick a room. So Charisse's like, I'm not saying how many rooms there are. But in the car, Mia does tell the ladies there's only 6 rooms. Some people gonna share. But Karen, you get her own room. You get your own room. So Karen don't give a fuck. Giselle knows she's gonna bunk up with Robin. And Jacqueline is supposed to bump up with Mia. So everybody's in the first car is straight. Is everybody in the second car don't know what's going on. So when they get to the house, I told y'all to take note of this, right? Mia told Charisse she gets to pick a room. She picked her room and she gave her room with no bathroom. Knowing Charisse is bougie as fuck and she needs her own bathroom. Okay? Me, I don't give a fuck about using the bathroom down the hole because let me say something. That house was gorgeous. It is by the water. They got their own private pool. I mean, it is luxury. It's beautiful. I don't give a damn. It's gorgeous. I don't need a bathroom. But how you not gonna get Charisse? Let me see what. Charisse, Karen. Charisse, Karen, who else? Of Potomac. No, you know what? They the only 2 bougiest ones. You could pretty much, the other ladies will deal. But Karen and Sharice, they need their own rooms and their own private bathrooms. Because otherwise, they will bounce and go get a hotel. And no, they don't give a fuck how you feel about it. And you know, you want to be a good hostess or whatever. But anyway, here's the thing, right? She assigned all the rooms. While she was talking to Sharice and Jacqueline alone, she was on some pretty much F Wendy. I don't like Wendy. I don't give a damn what room she stays in. But she gave her a room. Everybody got a room except Candace. And everybody's peeping that Candace pretty much don't have nowhere to sleep unless she bunks up with Wendy. And Wendy may have her own room and bathroom, but she has the smallest bed. So Mia proceeds to be like, I don't care. Like, oh, I don't know where her room is. And it's like, oh, I don't fuck with Candace. Now, this is the thing I don't like about me. I'm starting to not like about Mia. Because I wanna like Mia. And I did like her up until this season. I realized how messy she is. She is messy and for no reason. And she be lying for no reason. Like, if you was really going to let Sharice pick the room. I mean, this is small potatoes. But my thing is, Mia talked shit about Wendy behind her back, but gave her room. Now, I know there was an altercation between her and Candace. So, if anything, but they did have an altercation too. A lot of altercations. I just remember that. It's just the point of her talking shit. You feel me? Like, you might as well have just told Wendy you sharing a room with Candace. She tried to shade Candace in front of the group. And I'm like, what? You know, they not on the best terms, though. To be honest with you. They had a little altercation. So I understand that. But it's just me and shit talking. She talks shit. Like, I know because I took a lot of shit. But I don't want to talk messy shit. I'm just like Lady Chatterley. But she messy as fuck. But anyway, so I wanted y'all to take notes of certain things, right? I know I went really fast. I feel like I went fast. And watch me be like half an hour and shit. But anyway, towards the end, I wanted you to take notes, right? The second note. Wendy. So Mia's in Miami, so is Peter. Okay, Peter, Cynthia Peter Bailey, Peter. Is it Peter Bailey? Or is it Cynthia Bailey? Yeah. Peter Bailey, Cynthia's ex-husband. So he's in Miami. And the episode ends with Mia asking him to host them that day they're in Miami and they want to go out to dinner. And Peter's like, yeah, because I want to see Wendy's ass. Because we got beef. So I'm wondering now, did Wendy call Peter up and renege and say, I gotta think about it? Or did Wendy come up short with the money? Or something's going on? Like, I'm already dying for the next episode. I'm about to watch that shit right now. Because I'm interested in why Peter came on his face like that. Although Peter, baby, I will say this. Peter has a bad habit. And he's not the only one. Excuse me. PK, Dorit's husband. This one husband from Jersey that they did like they was one and done. One season and done because everybody hated them. There's a handful, not too many, but there is a handful of house husbands that I feel like just do too much for a man in the way that they speak. And even though he's not a house husband anymore, Peter is very much so intertwined in this franchise. He's cool with mad of the housewives. Peter does have a tendency to talk a little too extra to the women, in my opinion. But I'm wondering where that energy came from. Like, did she renege and not tell him and he put up the money? Did she send a check and it wasn't what it was supposed to be? Or maybe it bounced? Or I don't know. But I'm dying to get to episode 7. But anyway, so y'all tell me what y'all think about this episode. And I know I sped like through. I did take a lot of notes, but I feel like I'm taking notes of every scene. And I don't really have an opinion of every scene. Like, I'm here to do a little recap, but let y'all know how I think and how I feel about the situations or situations. So, you know, y'all tell me how y'all feel. about this episode. What y'all think about Ashley? Ashley, I will say this. I'm starting to question now. The stalling of Ashley, is it feelings or is it money? Because I have not been wanting to label her a gold digger who got with him for the money. But she keeps inquiring about items more than anything else. But then again, he's trying to protect everything. So I kind of like get it. I don't know. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this episode. About Ashley. Do you think Mia is... I mean, shit. Mia messy as fuck. I'm sorry. She messy too. But that's my opinion. What's yours? Do you think Mia's messy with the room situation? Do you believe Giselle or do you believe Chris? Do you believe the thing about Michael Darby? I mean, this is just another rumor on him, but do you think it's a cultural thing with him or do you think he's bi? Like, tell me what y'all think about this episode and about everybody in the series. I was gonna say series, but in the season so far, yeah. So let me get off because I gotta go to bed. I'm a little tired anyway. I'm gonna watch the episode. I'm dying to know why Peter came on his face like that. Ooh, and also there was highlights of episode 7 where there seems to be an altercation between Wendy and Mia. So let me hurry up and get off. Go watch that episode. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Okay. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for clicking and watching and subscribing. And don't forget to like. And don't forget to check out my other shit. And don't forget to come back. Oh, and hit the notification bell. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for rocking with me. And I'll see y'all on my next video. Alright, bye. Good night. Good night. It's late in New York, okay? It is, what time is it? Look at the Lord. It is 12:46 a.m. in New York. I need to take my husband. Good night, y'all.